Everyone like okay being on Zoom, right? Recorded. We'll put this here. Right. So hey you guys, how's it going? How you guys feeling? Everyone's back. What's that? Good. Yeah, we're on the football field. It's like sunny. It's not too hot. Cool. This is really good too, I think, without masks. And if you feel more comfortable keeping your mask on, that's totally cool too. So let's start lying down on our backs. So come down onto your mat, lie down. Let your arms come up by your sides. Arms kind of splay out, palms up. Let your legs extend long. Hey. Oh, that's okay. What's your name?
River.
River. Nice. Sorry if that was confusing.
No, it's okay. I didn't bring him back.
Okay. Yeah, there's some mats down in chambers, but okay, so take some time to really come into this space. Let your legs extend long, let your arms come down, palms face up. And just start to bring all of your attention into the body. Kind of this unique experience here outside our first in-person class. Allow yourself to really kind of feel and embrace whatever's going on, sensation. Maybe a little like anticipation, maybe some nerves. And see if you can really direct all of your attention into the body. So just feeling the physical body now. You kind of bring the energy of the space around you. So maybe kind of feeling the cool ground, the astroturf under you, and feeling maybe the sun or the air. So just dropping into presence. Breathing in deeply and exhaling completely. And if lying down flat on your back doesn't feel good, you can always bend your knees and place your feet down on the ground. Yeah. And then place your hands on your belly. So maybe on your low belly, and then see if you can breathe into your hands. So big breath in, and then complete breath out. Nice deep breath in, and big breath out. So as you breathe here, down into your low belly, kind of into the diaphragm, think about filling your lungs up completely on your inhale. So full deep breath in, and like long, slow, complete breath all the way out. So long, smooth breath in, long, smooth breath out. You can think about lengthening your exhales for more relaxation and calm. And here today, I invite you to set a personal intention for your practice. So an intention is like a theme or a goal or a focus. So your intention can be an I am statement, like I am learning, I'm growing, I'm present. Maybe you want to choose a physical intention like I am strong, I am balanced, I'm flexible. And from a place deep within, an intention to focus on today. Deep breath in, big exhale. And now reach your arms up and overhead. Stretch your feet down long, so reach your body from the top to the bottom, stretch up and down. Good, and then bend your knees into your chest and give yourself a squeeze. Rock a little side to side here, kind of rolling out your back, side to side. Maybe draw your knees in and then release a little. Good. Good. And then from here, just gently roll to your right side. You can make a pillow with your arm, pause, and then press your way up into a seated position. Can you guys hear me back there? Okay. All right, so sitting up nice and tall, cross-legged position. If this does not feel good for you, you can always sit with your legs extended straight. Place your hands on your knees and see if you can shift a little forward and back like this. A little forward and back. Good. And then just shift a little side to side. Really feeling your sitting bones grounding down. Good. And then with your hands on your knees, start to make some circles through your spine. So you can imagine your spine like a spoon and your hips kind of like a bowl. So just kind of mixing up, creating a little space. Good. And then switch and go the other way. It's kind of cool to have half the class on the computer. Kind of weird, but kind of fun. Good. Hey guys. So now sitting up nice and tall, see if you can bring your shoulders back over your hips. So we have a tendency to kind of always be shifting a little forward. So bring your shoulders back over your hips, round into your sitting bones, and see if you can make your spine super long. And then take a deep breath in and squeeze your shoulders up towards your ears. On your exhale, drop your shoulders straight down. Good, and then two more. Inhale, shoulders squeeze. Exhale, shoulders drop. And last one, inhale, shoulders squeeze up, hold. And then on your exhale, circle your shoulders around, back and down. Three more kind of big shoulder rolls. Around, back and down. And then give your shoulders a little shake at the bottom. Nice tall spine. Good. Now reach your arms out by your sides. And then inhale, stretch your arms out. Good. Press your palms together and then slowly bring your hands to your heart. Kind of a sacred prayer position. So in yoga, these are called mudras, just positions we put our hands or fingers in. This is called Anjali Mudra. So a gesture that means not only gratitude, but commitment. So really committing to the rest of the semester in person or online, just kind of a commitment to your personal journey with your education and your learning. You can kind of reaffirm any personal intention you might have here. Take a full breath in. Big breath out. And then press your palms together, stretch your arms up and over. Good. And then reach your arms out and down. Place your hands behind your back, palms down, fingers face in. Bend your knees and place your feet down. And just sway your knees a little side to side. Does anyone have any like requests, things you want to work on, body parts you want to open or strengthen or stretch? Everything, nothing. And then come back into that cross-legged position. Good. Bring your hands onto your knees. Good. Round your spine. So you can kind of shift back, let your chin drop to your chest. Good. Now lift back to center, arch your spine, draw your chest forward. So you can kind of slide your shoulders down to the back. Good. And then on your exhale, round your spine, straighten your arms, maybe chin to chest. Good. And then shift forward, arch your spine, draw your shoulders down. Good. One more time. Round, shift back, straighten the arm. Good. And then arch, shift forward. Good. Come back to center as you sit tall. Keep your arms down by your sides. Good. Now connecting the breath and the movement. Inhale, arms stretch up. And exhale, arms float down. Good. And then two more like that. Inhale, arms stretch out to the sides and up. Good. And exhale, arms float out and down. One more time. Inhale, arms stretch out and up. Good. Now this time, take an easy twist to the right. One hand to outside the knee. One hand behind your back. Inhale, sit tall. Good. Exhale, twist. You can see behind you. Good. One more deep breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Come back to center. Arms come down by your sides. And then inhale, arms float out and up. Good. And then exhale, twist the opposite direction. Good. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. See if you can gaze over your left shoulder. One more deep breath in. And exhale. Good. Come back to center. Good. Remember, if this feels uncomfortable, if you're really tight, you can sit with legs extended straight. With a long spine, let your chin drop into your chest. Good. And maybe feel a stretch in the back of the neck there. Good. And then lift your head. Bring your palms together. You can interlace your fingers and make kind of a little basket. Bring your head back into your hands and kind of lean back into your hands. So you can kind of lengthen the back of the neck there. Good. Now keep your hands on your head. And again, drop your chin to your chest. So feeling a pull in the back of the head, the neck. Good. Really press your head back into your hands. Find that resistance. Good. And then again, lift your head and push your head back into your hands. Open. Good. And then release your arms down by your sides. Let your chin again drop to your chest, then roll your head over towards your right shoulder. Good. And drop your chin to your chest and roll your head to the left. So just doing a couple little half neck rolls here, kind of opening up where there might be tension or tightness in the back of the head, little side to side. And then if you want, you can circle your head all the way around, full neck circle. Maybe just going super slowly, pausing in any place that might feel tight. And then switch to go the other direction. Good. And then come back to center, sitting tall. Good. Place your hands on the mat behind you. Again, bend your knees. Place your feet down. Now see from here, you can lift up into a reverse tabletop. Press your hips. Good. Lower down. And then swing your legs around behind you. Come onto all fours, tabletop position. Good. So spreading your fingers wide. Press down into your palms. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And back row, if at any time you can't hear me, just like speak up or do that like ear hand gesture. Good. On all fours, start to just gently rock your hips from side to side. And see as you move your hips to one side, you can kind of feel a stretch on the outside of the hips, a little back and forth. Good. Now start to make these into big circles. So rounding your spine, puff your shoulders up, and then bend your elbows and drop your chest towards the mat. So bending and straightening the arms. So all of these exercises are to really open up and warm up the spine. Up and down, creating length, space, flexibility. Good. And then switch to go the other direction. So think drop your chest towards the mat, puff your shoulders up, elbows bend and straighten. And let your chin get involved too. Good. And then find a neutral tabletop position. So think flat back. Good. Then press back into child's pose. Big toes touch, knees go wide. Hips to heels, stretch the arms forward. See if you can let the forehead come onto the mat. And then it might feel good here to rock your forehead a little side to side. Maybe rock your hips back and forth. So this should be a resting pose. So at any time, if the class feels too vigorous or you're not feeling well, just come into child's pose to regroup, to rest. Good. One more deep breath here. Now start to energize your child's pose. Draw your hips back a little further. Reach your arms out in front of you a little bit more. And then lift your forearms, your palms, come tent onto your fingertips. Good. Walk your upper body over to the left. So you can kind of bring your hands onto the turf. Maybe your right ear presses. See if you can feel a little stretch through your side. Good. And then lift your gaze, come onto the fingertips, walk your hands to center and then over to the right. Little stretch here to the left side. Good. And then lifting your gaze back on the fingertips, walk to center. Good. And then shift up into a tabletop position once again. So spreading your fingers wide, really cultivating some body awareness. Make sure your shoulders are right over your hips, or your shoulders are right over your wrists, your hips are right over your knees. And then maybe take a little bend of the elbows. So some of us kind of hyper extend the elbows. It's really common. So see if you can kind of have a soft bend of the elbows. Good. Tuck your toes, arch your spine. Let your belly drop towards the floor, gaze forward or up. Good. Now point your toes and round your spine. Let your chin drop into your chest. So cat. Good. Now inhale, tuck your toes, arch your spine, cow pose. Good. Exhale, point your toes and round your spine, cat. Good. One more like that. Inhale for cow, shifting forward maybe. Good. And then exhale, cat. Good. Come to a flat back, neutral spine. Walk your knees back. Walk your hands forward so your hips are kind of dropped, so you're in a modified plank. See if you can make a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. Good. Look forward and bend your elbows to your sides. Yogi push up. Good. Back up. And then two more. Elbows bend. Good. And straighten nicely. Now one more. Lower down. Press up. Now drop your hips down and point your toes back for cobra or up dog. Maybe you rock your hips a little here, side to side. You can look right, look left. Good. And then press to tabletop position. Good. Walk your hands forward, spread your fingers wide, and then walk your feet back into plank position. High plank. Good. So notice if your butt is sticking up or your butt is dropping down. See if you can bring your hips in line with your shoulders. Super strong. One more deep breath here. Good. Then lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Good. Spread your fingers wide. See if you can evenly distribute the weight between your hands and your feet. Everyone, bend your knees a lot. Bend your knees, bend your knees. See if you can lift your hips up a little bit higher. Press them back a little further. And then maybe start to straighten your legs and work your heels down. Good. Walk it out a little. Right heel lowers, then the left heel, pedaling out your feet. Good. Then find a little stillness in your downward dog. Exhale. Good. Inhale, come forward to plank pose. Good. And then lift your hips up and back, down dog. One more time. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Now from here with your knees down, lower chaturanga, yogi push-up. Beautiful. Come to cobra or up dog, finding your back bend. Good. And then back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet up to meet your hands. Come to the top of the mat in a forward fold. So let your knees bend a lot. Let your upper body hang and sway. You can shake out your head. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. And then with the bend of the knees, round your spine all the way to stand. Nice and slow. Take your time. Good. When you come to stand, bring your shoulders up towards your ears and then back down and around. So shoulders lift up, back down and around. One more time. Good. And then Ferris, if you want to turn your mat more like forward, that might, yeah. Good. Bring your hands out to your sides and start to kind of shake out your hands, your wrists, warming up. And let your arms kind of relax and jiggle. You can kind of shrug your shoulders, maybe bob your heels. Waking up and energizing, just a little shake, 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 shake it. Good. Now looking down at your feet, make sure your toes are facing forward. Feet are about hip width distance apart. Little bend of your knees. Good. Then see if you can lift your heels. Come to balance on your toes. Maybe your arms reach out for a little help with your balance. Good. And then slowly lower your heels. Lift and spread your toes. You can even bring your hands out by your sides and kind of think about spreading your toes. Look down at your toes. See if you can stretch them apart so none of them are touching. Good. Lower your toes and then again, lift your heels. See if you can balance on your tippy toes. Good. Maybe arms come out to balance. Good. And then lower your heels and lift and spread your toes. Look down at your feet. See if you can stretch your toes apart so none of them touch. Good. And then lower your toes down. Now shift just gently, kind of subtly forward and back. Shift a little forward and back. And see if you can keep the feet really grounding down. And then move a little side to side. Kind of grounding to all four corners of the feet. So you can think of each foot like a car, right? So 4 tires, nice and even. Good. And then come to center, standing nice and tall. See if you can feel a sense of grounding into your feet and a lift up through the crown of the head. Bring your shoulders back and maybe down a little. Maybe lift your chest up, maybe lift your head up or back. Take a deep breath in and let a big breath out. Good. Now inhale, stretch your arms out to the sides and up. Good. Bring your palms to face the ground, and then on your exhale, let your arms kind of come down in front of your body, like you're pressing your energy down. Good. And then inhale, arms stretch out to the sides and up. Good. And then exhale, palms face down, kind of push your hands down in front of you nice and slow. That's your exhale. Inhale, arms reach out and up. And then exhale, push your hands down in front of you. Good. And then just pause with your palms facing forward. Good. So mountain pose, shoulders back, chest is lifting. Maybe you close your eyes here for a moment. And it might feel good to kind of feel the sun on your face. Kind of feel all of the sounds around you. Just kind of connect to the energy of the mountains here, this beautiful place of the world. Just kind of landing deeply in presence. Full breath in and exhale. Now inhale, stretch your arms out to the sides and up. Good. Exhale, bend your knees and forward fold. Let your head drop, let your upper body hang. You can kind of like sway a little, shake your head out, bend your knees. Good. Then heel toe your feet open, drop your knees into squat pose, malasana. So bring your feet out towards the edges of your mat so you can go heels in, toes out. And see if you can kind of drop your hips nice and low. Maybe press your heels down. Good. You can rock a little here, side to side. Good. Then hands come to the mat. Forward fold, straighten your legs. Inhale to lengthen your spine, look forward. Good. Exhale, plant your hands down and step your feet back into plank pose. Good. So from here on your knees, bend your elbows, yogi push-up to the floor. Good. Upward dog or cobra. Good. Press back to child's pose. Let your forehead rest on the mat. Let your arms stretch forward. And notice if you feel distracted here. Just paying attention to what's going on, just showing up. Deep breath in and exhale. Breathing in and letting go. Take one more deep breath here. Good. And then rise up onto all fours, table pose. Good. So again, spread your fingers wide, nice big hands. Bring your knees together. Good. Then stretch your left leg back and your right arm forward. So opposite arm and leg. Good. So bilateral movement, stability, so opposite sides of the body help to let our brain kind of communicate a little bit better. See if you can draw your ribs in, engage your core a little, stretch a little farther forward and back. Good. And then lower back table pose, rock your hips side to side. Good. And then other side, stretch your right leg back and your left arm forward. So notice that kind of natural drop in the spine. See if you can pull your ribs in, front body to back. Reach a little farther forward, maybe kick back with your right heel. Good. Balance your focus. Good. And then lower back onto all fours, tabletop position, rock it out. Good. So one more time, stretch your left leg back and your right arm forward. Good. Now adding on, you can just hold here or bend your knee in, round your elbow in, come to center. Good, and then stretch it forward and back. And then two more times, kind of curl in, reach forward and back. One more time, squeeze in, reach forward. Good, put it down, table pose, rock your hips. Good, other side, right leg stretches back, left arm stretches forward. So balance here. Hold it or see if you can add on elbow, knee, round into center, and then stretch forward and back. Elbow, knee, curl in. Reach forward and back. One more time, curl in. Stretch it. Good. Put it all down, table pose. Rock your hips from side to side. Good. Now spreading your fingers wide, tuck your toes, and again, lift your hips to down dog. Chest to your thighs, hips lift high, breathe. Good. Now reach your right leg up and back nice and high. And then step that right foot forward between your hands. See if you can drop your back knee down. Good. And then walk your hands on top of your front leg. Lift up. So you're in a low lunge position here. Good. So maybe feeling a stretch into the front of that left hip flexor, nice deep bend of the knee. Good. So as much as you're stretching here, see if you can kind of engage and turn everything on. So muscles hugging to bones. Good. Reach your arms up. Drop your shoulders down. Good. Then lower your hands down. Straighten your front leg. Rock your hips back. Good. Then bend into your front knee. Shift forward. Good. 2 more times. Rock back. Shift forward. Last time, rock it back. Shift forward. Now hold it forward. Place your left hand down. Reach your right arm up in the twist. Maybe your top wrist kind of circles a little bit there. Nice. Both directions. Good. Now lower your right hand down. Come onto your fingertips. Lift your back knee up. Tuck your left toes and rise up into high crescent lunge. Good. So lift your back heel, nice deep bend of your front knee. Drop your shoulders down and see if you can hold here. Breathe. Maybe sit a little bit lower. Awesome. Lower your hands down. Now straighten your front leg, shift your hips back for pyramid pose. You can also shorten your stance. So the left toes kind of turn in, right leg is straight. Maybe you move your hips side to side here. See if you can straighten that front leg. Good. And then come all the way to stands. Good. Hands behind your back. See if you can grab opposite elbows, or maybe you can press your palms together behind your back, kind of like a reverse prayer hand. Good. Make sure your hips are facing forward. Maybe a little bit of a back bend. Good. Now see if you can hinge forward and hold it about halfway. So your chest is parallel to the floor. See if you can drop your left hip a little bit more. Good. Rise back up. Good. Stretch your arms forward. Good. And then step your back foot to the top of the mat. Mountain pose, arms by your side. Deep breath in. Exhale. Good. Inhale, arms stretch out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Heel toe your feet open towards the edge of the mat. Squat, malasana. Good. And again, maybe kind of shift a little side to side here. Maybe you're working on getting your heels down, hips back. Also try to bring your hands to your heart. Good. Now, since we have a soft surface here, this might be fun to play with an arm balance. Placing your hands down, spreading your fingers. See if you can bring your knees to your triceps. Shift forward, and then you can play with crow pose. So lifting one foot up, maybe the other, and balance. Yeah, nice, Slade. Then go to tripod headstand. Yeah, awesome, Ferris. So squeeze, lift. Yeah, and then you can put your head down. Awesome. So with crow, you want to think about kind of stacking, just really shifting a little farther forward. Good, nice. And then everyone hands come down. Awesome. And step back to downward dog. Deep breath in. Big exhale. Lift your left leg up and back. Good. Step your left foot forward. Good. Drop your back knee down. Good. Walk your hands on top of that front leg. Good. And kind of lift up as you press your thigh forward. Good. So initially you might kind of just be like hanging out, but see if you can kind of lift a little up and back and engage. Make sure your back knee is kind of stretched a little farther back behind you. Yeah, there you go. You might feel a stretch in the front of the right hip flexor there. Breathe. Good. Now stretch your arms out and up. Reach. Good. And then lower your hands down. Straighten your front leg, rock your hips back. Bend into your front knee, shift forward. Rock it back. Shift it forward. One more time. Rock back. Rock forward. Now from here, tuck your back toes with your back knee up. Good. And then come all the way up to crescent lunge. So make some adjustments here. Think about tracking that front knee forward. Lift your back heel. Drop your shoulders down, but lift up through your arms. Good. So cultivating proprioception, which is just a big word. That means kind of a body awareness. So you can get a little bit lower. Good. And then lower your hands to the mat. Straighten your leg and rock back to pyramid pose. You can kind of step your right foot over to the right a little. Maybe walk your feet a little closer towards one another. You can even stretch your hands back here. Good. And then look forward and rise to stand. Good. Reach your arms up. Good. Now bring your hands on opposite elbows. Lift up. And then see if with your arms there you can shift forward to about a halfway position. Left hip back, right hip forward. Really use your core here as you come down about halfway. Still facing forward. Good. And then rise back up. Arms stretch high. Good. Step that back foot forward. Arms down. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring one hand onto your heart and one hand onto your belly. Pause. And then see if you can really feel your breath moving down into your low belly here. Full breath in. Full breath out. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Lower your arms down by your sides. Shift all your weight onto the left foot and see if you can balance and bring your right knee up into your chest. Maybe you roll that right ankle a little bit. Good. And then bring that right foot into tree pose. You can bring the foot into the inner thigh, the calf, the ankle. Might be a little more challenging on the softer surface, but here in tree, see if you can balance and lift up tall. Yeah, maybe reach your arms up and over. Good, out to the side, so good. Good, now see if you can move your right leg to come forward, kind of lift it up, balance. Maybe stretch it forward. Now see if you can fly back into warrior three. Leg back, chest down, arms out to the sides or forward. Big challenge here. Good, awesome, nice guys. Good, then step your right foot down at the back of the mat and lift up for crescent lunge. Drop your shoulders down. Good, and then open to the side of the mat for warrior two. So nice deep bend of your front knee. Gonna look at your front leg. Notice where that knee is going. Shoulders right over your hips. Focus here. Good, now inhale, straighten your arms and your legs. And then exhale, bend and lower down. Gaze forward. The leg at the front of the mat. Inhale, rise up. Left toes face forward. Exhale, lower down. One more time, rise up. And lower. See if you can hold low and reverse your warrior. Bring your right hand down your back leg. Left arm up and over. Awesome, you guys. Nice. And then rise back to warrior two. Shift forward. You all right? Cramp? Uh-oh. Right arm up and over. Are you okay? Okay. Okay. Good. And then rise back to warrior two. Now straighten your front leg. Triangle pose. You can heel toe your back foot in, shortening your stance. Arms stretch out. Hinge forward and down. Good. So you're facing the top of the mat. Left hand down. Right arm reaches. Think length through your side. Breathe. Good. One more breath here. Now look forward, bend your front knee, place your hand down, see if you can lift your right leg up and back, half moon pose. Good, challenging, yes, awesome, beautiful. Good, lower your right hand down, keep that right leg lifting, standing split. Good, so you can look forward, kind of straighten and extend, and then fold in, walk your hands back, let your head drop. Good, awesome. And then lower your right foot down to meet your left forward fold, top of the mat. Bend your knees, shake your hips. Now kind of sway your arms around your feet, gently sway as you come all the way to stand. So imagine like each vertebrae is getting a little sway as you rise up. And then coming to stand tall, shoulders lift up, back, and down. Good, and then just pause here. Deep breath in, exhale. Good, so we'll do the other side. Balance on your right leg, hug your left knee into your chest. So I don't want to confuse you, but I'm kind of moving around to give you different views. So don't like do what I'm doing. Yeah, so just to make it one level harder. Good. Now bring your left foot into tree pose. Sole the foot inside the leg, hands to the heart. Good. See if you can focus there. And can you really push your leg into your foot and your foot into your leg? You can also bring your foot onto your calf or just go ankle to ankle. Nice. Good. Maybe you grow your tree. Yeah. Fall. Come back in. Good. Then bring your hands together. Lower them to your heart. See if you can bring that left leg forward. Maybe stretch it straight. Good. Then send it back. Airplane pose. Chest down, leg up. Think about your capital letter T. Maybe your standing leg, that right leg is a little bit bent. Lift your chest. Good. Now put your left foot down at the back of the mat and rise up for crescent lunge. Good. Nice deep bend of your front knee. Think long stance. So left foot towards the back of the mat, right leg towards the front. Reach up a little bit higher, ground down. Arms straight above you. Good. And then open to the side of the mat for warrior two. So I'm gonna do like the same direction as you guys, like this. So right knee is bent, right toes face forward, left toes face the side, and you want there to be a good amount of distance between your feet. So look down at your legs, make sure your legs are kind of wide. Right toes forward, arms stretch out, bend your knee, drop low. Good. And you really want your shoulders kind of right over your hips. A lot of people tend to shift forward, see if you can drop down. Now we'll do 3 rounds of pumping warrior. Inhale, arms and legs straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, arms and legs straighten. Good, you guys. Exhale, lower. One more time, rise up. Good. Sink low, gaze forward. Now reverse your warrior. Left hand down, right arm up and over. Good. Rise back to warrior two. Shift forward, extended side angle. Right forearm to thigh, left arm up and over. Feel that long side body stretch here. Good. Rise to warrior two. Good. Straighten your front leg. Heel toe your back foot in, shorten your stance. Right toes are still forward, arms stretch out, lift up, and then come down, triangle pose. So imagine you're in between 2 panes of glass. Think chest back, hips forward, really reach to that top arm. Make sure your right toes face forward, face towards me, the front of the studio. There you go. Good. Now you can hold here or shift into half moon. Bend your front knee, look forward, place your hand down, see if you can lift that left leg up and back. Maybe some of you can even hover your bottom hand. Extra challenge there. Yeah, really good, you guys. Now lower your left hand down. Keep your left leg lifting high, standing split. Yeah, maybe you walk your hands out, lengthen your spine, and then walk your hands back. Stretch that leg higher, let your head drop. Really good. One more breath. Good. Lower your left foot down to meet your right. Top of the mat, fold forward. Now see if from here you can bend your knees and shift forward into a toe stand. So shins parallel, knees forward, and then see if you can balance and bring your hands to the heart. Good. Kind of lift your hips over your heels, lift your chest. Yeah, surprisingly hard, right? Good. Now see if you can, without using your hands, bring your feet together, drop your knees open, stretch your arms forward. See if you can get your heels down. Awesome. Yeah, like a lot of yoga, it takes balance, strength, and flexibility. Knees wide open. Yeah, and then quietly lower your bottom onto the mat. Good. Bring the soles of the feet together and let your knees drop open. You can bring your hands behind your back, lift your chest. You're gonna draw your knees down and open. And then lift up. You can bring your hands around your feet, get tall, forward fold. Elbows can press onto your calves, your thighs here. Maybe round in, butterfly. Really drop your knees towards the mat, inner thigh stretch, breathe. Good, and then rise back up. Bring your hands outside the legs, draw your legs together. Place your feet down, knees come kind of away from you. And then hands behind your back. Again, reverse table, lift your hips up. Good, lower your hips down. Lift your legs up. And then maybe stretch one arm forward, maybe the other. Balance. This is called boat pose. You can also bring your hands behind your thighs. Gonna lift your chest. Good. Now some of you might even be able to grab your big toes with your peace sign fingers. See if you can straighten the leg. Yeah, awesome. No, yeah, or not. Nice. Yeah, roll back. Good. Now everyone hover with your shins parallel. See if you can come down to a low boat. Reach your arms back, your feet down low. Good. And then come back up. So deep core work, lower down, half boat. Press your low back down. Hover, hover, hover. Good. Come up. One more time. Come down and hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lie on your back. Hug your knees in. Rock a little side to side, back and forth. Good. Now from here, curl your upper body up. Bring your nose towards your knee. Stretch your left leg long. Hug your right knee in. Good. And then go switch. And switch. So extend one leg to a hover. Pull your opposite knee in. See if you can lift your shoulders up your head. Good. Switch and switch. For 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees in and rest your head. Lie on the mat, rock your hips side to side. Good, now from here, stretch your legs straight, flex your feet and point your toes, maybe roll out your ankles a little. Good, and then curl your shoulders up, bring your hands behind your head. See if you can stretch one leg long to a hover. Good, and then switch. And switch. You can also have your head down, otherwise, kind of balance here. And then to add a layer, you can bring opposite elbow to opposite knee, little twist and rotate here for 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Bend your knees, rest your head, rock your low back a little side to side. Yeah, so still lying down, just rock your hips. Good. Now place your feet down, let your arms come long by your side, and then lift your hips up. Good. Bridge pose. Kind of engage your back body there, press up. And then slowly lower back down, roll your spine onto the mat. Good. Again, inhale, lift your hips up, press. And you kind of squeeze through your back, lift your hips. Good. And then lower, you're good. And then one more time, inhale, lift your hips, bridge. Or you can bring your hands behind your head, straighten your arms and legs for wheel pose. Kind of like a gymnastics bridge. Good. And then lower all the way back down. Hug your knees to your chest, give yourself a squeeze, rock a little side to side. Good, now drop your knees down to the right, open your arms out to a T and gaze to the left. Final twist, little belly twist here. Good, so a lot of people come to yoga because they have back pain, sore backs, tight backs, so twists like this, cat cows, the way we open, are really beneficial, can be really healing for the body. When you're still young, just kind of creating that strength and stability where you are. Good, and then come to center, hug your knees to your chest, give yourself a squeeze, rock side to side, and then drop your knees to the left, open your arms to a T and gaze right. And then see if you can almost feel a stretch along the front of your chest and your shoulders. And then come back to center, hug your knees in, give yourself a big squeeze, maybe rock a little side to side, forward and back. And then squeeze your knees in, lift your upper body up off the mat, bring your nose to your knees, make yourself into a tiny little ball, squeeze, tense tight, and then exhale, release down onto the mat. Let your legs go long and let your arms come down by your side, palms up for final resting pose, Shavasana. Now, if you have a sweatshirt nearby, it might feel good to kind of place that over your face, kind of like a little cover for your eyes. Let your legs go long. Let your feet come down and out. Let your arms stretch out by your side, palms up. And just kind of let all the noise around you drop into your body. Notice what it feels like to do just a little bit of movement this morning, to move energy through your body, to breathe intentionally, to come to class together in person. And then let your body really rest here, connecting into your bones, the earthiest parts of your body. Feel your bones and let your bones start to really relax. And then feel the muscles on your body. And imagine the muscles softening off the bones. And feel that big layer of skin softening off the muscles. Muscles soften off the bones. Let your mind relax. Now soften and relax your internal organs. Quiet the mind. And for just a few short moments, we'll take rest. So usually people's favorite part of practice, when you really let all that we've been doing, all this movement settle. Our lives can get so busy, we don't take time to slow down, to kind of appreciate the moment. So just allow yourself this time, this space to be. To feel maybe whatever you need to feel. Think about what you need to think about, or just allow yourself to get quiet. Relax, let go, shavasana. Slowly start to bring your attention back into your physical body. And just before you move at all, just kind of feel the space inside and around you. Feeling the skin, the muscles, the bones, softening the body deeply here. And just really notice what only 5 minutes of rest can do for you. Maybe you almost fell asleep, softening the mind and really going in. Take a deeper breath in and a longer, slower, deep breath out. Now, as you're ready, start to gently wiggle your fingers, your toes, roll your ankles and wrists, turn your head side to side. And then stretch your arms up and your feet down. Lengthen your body top to bottom, stretch. And then bend your knees in, give yourself a squeeze. You can rock a little here, side to side, maybe forward and back. And then gently roll to your right side. You can roll onto your side, pause. You can make a pillow with your arm resting. And then take your time to press up into a comfortable cross-legged position. So press your way up to seated. And then create a really nice tall spine. Once again, shoulders back over your hips. If cross-legged doesn't feel good, just extend your legs straight. You can let your hands rest on your knees, sit tall. Again, you can close your eyes or take a soft gaze on the mat in front of you. Breathe in and breathe out. And just noticing how you feel now, any difference between how you feel now and how you felt when we first began. And bringing your hands together in front of your heart, let your palms touch, maybe thumbs at the center of your chest. Just take a moment to intentionally close your practice here, a feeling of deep gratitude, of peace. Maybe coming back to the intention you set, that word or phrase, what you want to feel or focus on today. Breath in, breath out. And then pressing your palms together, stretch your arms up and over. Good. And then reach your arms out and down. All right. Thanks, everyone. How do you guys feel? So it's 9:06. let's take, do you guys feel like you need a break? You want to go to the bathroom, get some water? How are you guys feeling? Break? Yeah. So let's take a 10-minute break, and then we'll come back and do some breathing and like a little lecture, and then I'll let you go early. So we'll meet back at like 9:16. So you guys, here's your class. That's everybody. We're gonna take a 10-minute break and then reconvene at 9:16.